Good morning, everyone. I am coming to you live from my office. I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about one of my favorite products and one of my top sellers. And I definitely wanted to share it with you prior to Valentine's Day because I feel like we all deserve what this product can offer to us just for day-to-day life. That product is our heart massager. This is normally $16, and I will be posting what the sale is going to be here in a little bit. This is a little gel pillow, but when you activate it, it can warm up to 129 degrees Fahrenheit, which can create an amazing massage, especially when you pair it with our Aura massage oil. This thing is not just great for massages, but cramps, aches, pains. It's just a multi-purpose little product. So inside of here, I don't know if you can see, it's floating around in there. There's a little metal disc. So we take that disc, and I'm gonna hold this up here so you can see it. I pop it twice, and you can see it's starting to crystallize, and it's getting warm. Now people will ask me, how long does it last? You know, I've had done one at a show, and by the end of the evening, it was finally cooling down several hours later. And it's warm, and it feels phenomenal. I'm sitting here in my basement, and I'm freezing cold, and this thing feels so good on my hands right now. I don't want to put it down. So you take this, and you take a little bit of the massage lotion, and it's gonna just smooth right over the body and warm things up. I think it is probably one of the best things I've experienced as far as just in general, that combination, because it's gonna not just heat, oh, that's warm. It's not just gonna heat your body, but it's gonna heat that oil up. And you think about a massage in the middle of winter, it's so cold. And I'm a big meanie, and I keep our temperature lower. So you don't want to have that cold oil on your body in the middle of winter. So it's just going to smooth over, and you can see it's nice and warm. And that's going to wipe right off. And then when you're all done, so you're gonna use that, and you're gonna get your nice hot stone Valentine's Day massage. You could even order 2 of them and have a duo going. When this cools down, you're gonna take it and you're gonna boil it in a pot of boiling water, and I'm going to show you how to do that here next. Phenomenal. Okay, so it's been 2 hours, and it's finally cold. You can see it's not bending, completely crystallized. So we're going to drop this in a pot of boiling water now. Ready? Okay, now we're up here in my kitchen, and I'm going to show you how to reset your heart massager so that you can use it over and over again. If you take care of it properly, it will last for years. So follow these directions closely. So what I have here, I've got the heart massager, and I've got a dishcloth. You can use any kind of dishcloth, but you want to make sure that you have it on this so that the plastic doesn't rust right up against the bottom of the pot. If you do that, it could potentially get ruptured. It could break. We don't want that. Then I've got a pot of water. Okay. Don't have to fill it up super full, just as much as you feel you need. We're going to just set your stove on. Mine's a little beat up, but I usually do it however that I can get it to boil quickest. Cover your pot and wait for it to boil. All right, so now my pot of water is boiling. We're gonna stand back just a little. Sometimes I will drop this in using a set of tongs. Depends on how brave I'm feeling. You'll notice my stove is glowing away there. So we're gonna carefully set that in. Drop your temperature if need be. Just keeping it at a boil. Okay, now here comes the important part. You're going to set your timer for 15 minutes. Now, sometimes you'll see on there where it says that it only needs to boil for 10 to 12 minutes. I do 15. just to be safe. So we're going to let this set for 15 minutes. And you can see, I don't know if you can see in there, mine's already starting to uncrystallize. Okay, so the timer's gone off. I'm going to shut that off. And then we're just going to come up here and we're going to turn the stove off. I'm going to leave this in the stove. I'm going to take it off the burner because I've got an electric stove that keeps running. But I'm just going to take it off the burner. I'm going to show you real quick here. You can see it's already liquefied again. But we're going to leave that sit in the water to cool. And then when everything's cool, I'm going to take that heart out. Now, the reason why it's so important that you boil the heart for the set amount of time is because if you don't, you have the chance that it's going to recrystallize. And then you'd have to go through the whole boiling process again. That's also the same reason why when I first did it, you saw me, I snapped the disc once to set it and right back. Because if you don't leave that disc, if you don't snap it that second time, you run into the problem where it's going to stay activated again, recrystallizing, negating the whole point of boiling it. Another thing you want to keep in mind is you don't want to leave your heart crystallized for too long. Now, it's one thing, okay, you know, you use it for a romantic massage and it's midnight and you're tired and just want to go to sleep, leave it on your dresser. Overnight, it's fine. But you want to make sure you boil it the next day, or you're going to run the risk that the longer it sits, you're going to start to have some of the moisture that it has in it when it's in a gel form that's going to start leaking through the plastic layer, the covering on it. And eventually you're going to get to the point where it's not, even if you can get it to stay liquid for a short period of time, it will eventually crystallize without snapping that disc. So you don't want to leave that heart any longer than, I wouldn't say 12 hours. I would say if you use it at night, boil it the next morning while you're getting ready for work. If you use it in the morning before you head to work, boil it when you get home and you're making dinner. I mean, it's super easy. You just toss it in that pot of boiling water and it's set. Obviously, you don't want to microwave it. We're not even going to touch that one. That's just an automatic. Do not microwave it. Just put it in that pot of boiling water and let it go for 15 minutes. You take care of your heart and it is going to last you a long time. This one I've had going on now for 6 years. Yeah, about 5.5, almost 6 years. I mean, you can see on it the scribbling where, you know, one of my kiddos has gotten a hold of a marker and, oh, let's color on mommy's heart. Yeah, but I take care of it and I use it over and over and over again. This is the heart that I use at all of my shows. I have a separate one that I keep on hand for when I'm PMSing, when I've got cramps, when I don't feel good. I've had my husband borrow it. I've had my kids borrow it. That's the beauty of this particular product, is that it is PG. I mean, it is family friendly. Anybody can use it. They make great gifts for Christmas. They make great gifts for any time of year. They're just phenomenal. It's well worth the money that you're going to spend on it. And like I said, $16 a normal price, and that's going to last you for years. I mean, you think about, okay, if you use something like that for cramps, you go to the grocery store and you're buying those, it was, I think, Thermacare heat wraps. They are a lot more than that, and they're disposable. They're not made to be used over and over again like this is. So we're going to come back in a little bit and we're going to check on it once it's completely cool to see what it looks like. Okay, so that's how you use and reactivate your heart massager. It's still a little warm, so I kind of brushed it a little, and you'll notice how flexible it is. As it cools down, the plastic obviously will firm up a little bit more, but I mean, compared to when it was in its crystallized form, this thing is amazing. I've had some people ask if they can use it when it's like this after it's freshly boiled. You can, you just want to be careful. I mean, it's cooled down a little, but I can still, my hands are hot. So you want to make sure that you're not going to burn your partner or have your partner burn you when it's like this. But you, like I said, you take care of this, it's gonna last. It is phenomenal. It is well worth the money that you're gonna spend, and take advantage of when I have sales up. Doesn't happen too often with this because it is such a best-selling product at $16. But I hope that when I do have it up for sale, that you will go ahead and grab one for yourself. I hope you grab one for yourself, even if it's not. I think you'll find that you'll be very, very happy with this. This is the Heart Massager.